Welcome to Take 5, Friday edition after Thanksgiving. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. And it's time to center for the weekend. We'll begin our practice with the suggestion of coming to our center and being more mindful about things and people around us in our lives. And respect others and treat others the way we want to be treated. So let's set an intention for today's class. Repeat that intention 3 times in your head in present time. And we'll begin the class with a brief meditation. So find a comfortable sitting position. It could be on your ankles or cross-legged position, doesn't matter. It's important not to be too comfortable so you don't drift away falling asleep or anything like that. Close the eyes for a second and notice where the breath is. Is it there? Is it existing? On inhalation, fill in the belly with air. Exhalation, belly towards the spine. We'll try to maintain this breath throughout the practice. I will remind as many times as I can about it. And just a side note, if you catch yourself not breathing fully in a pose, let's say just shallow breathing on the tops of the lungs, that's a very good sign to be mindful about. Maybe you're too deep in a pose or you're holding too long. So act accordingly, maybe back up from the pose and get into a resting pose, whatever that might be for you today. Drink plenty of water throughout the class, even if I don't remind you. If you're thirsty, do it. Relax the scalp. Relax the forehead. Relax the eyelids. And the jaw. The entire face. Relax the throat area on the outside and then on the inside. Relax the shoulders, arms and hands and fingers. Relax the chest inside and outside. The abdominal, outside and inside. Relax the thighs. The knees and the calves. And the feet, toes and heels. Breathe through the entire body. Mentally bring yourself into a passive and serene, peaceful scenery, maybe the beach. Relaxing the mind. Tune yourself into all the noises around you that might be happening. And we'll We'll use these noises to bring ourselves deeper into the practice and into the present moment. Instead of distraction, there will be concentration. Concentrating on the breath, strong in your center. Remind yourself the intention from the beginning of the class. Breath expands the belly forward on inhalation and towards the spine on exhalation. The core is slightly engaged to keep the spine straight. Slowly begin making a transition into tabletop. I'm going to use this bell. So let's try this. Every time throughout the practice I will use this bell, we will remind ourselves about our intention and repeat it 3 times in your head in present time. On inhalation, moving the head and tailbone towards the sky. On exhalation, we push the mouth away. The hands and knees are directly underneath us. The elbows are shared lock. Use your own breath to create the rhythm. Deep long inhales and exhales matching the entire movement. See if you have to speed up the movement or speed up the breath in order to match them. On the next inhale, elevate the right arm very high towards the sky and look beyond the right hand fingers. On exhale, we'll thread the needle underneath the left arm, right shoulder down towards the mat. Breathe. Full breath here. The rib cage is a little bit restricted due to the twist, so we might want to force in the breath to get full advantage of the pose. If the breath is not full, we're not fully relaxing in a pose, which means we're not fully benefiting it. So full breath, be mindful about that. On the next inhale, we'll lift the right arm where it was towards the sky. And then place it back towards the mat. Inhale, elevate the left arm towards the sky. Look beyond the fingers of the left hand. On the next exhale, thread the needle on this side, left shoulder down. Full breath. Inhale back into neutral. We'll do this once more. On the next inhale, we elevate the right arm up towards the sky. Exhale, threading the needle. This time you can push the mat away with the left arm a little bit more to further into the twist. Inhale back into neutral, elevating the left arm towards the sky and threading the needle underneath the right. Left shoulder down and push the mat away a little bit with the right hand to further the twist. And breathe. And when we're ready, going back into neutral. Get into a child's pose. So here we are sitting on the feet, extending the hands away from the tailbone. Actively pulling the hands away from the tailbone, like reaching out and away with the fingertips. Walk the hands towards the left, extending really good the entire right side from right sitting bone to right fingertips. Get back to the middle and we're going to walk the hands towards the right this time. Extend through left fingertips through left hip, big distance. And walk towards the middle, find yourself into a tabletop. Extend through the left leg, straight behind you. And begin making circles with the foot that is in the air. So hands are exactly underneath the shoulders and the elbows are shy of block a little bit to protect the wrists. Begin making circles with the head if it's possible. Maybe sync it even head with the foot. And reverse the circle. When you're ready, get back into regular tabletop and extend through the right leg behind you. Right leg behind you, making circles with the ankle, and then begin making circles with the head. Maybe even match those circles so it's not as confusing. Engaging your full attention in being present. Change the circle direction. When you're ready, get back to regular tabletop and move the left foot forward towards the hands. The back knee is on the mat, but try to be a little bit before the knee, not exactly on top of it to protect it. Full breath. Inhale and exhale. We'll begin straightening the front leg. Try to keep the spine as straight as possible. Here the spine would want to curve, but instead try to keep yourself straighter. Lean towards the foot with the chin. And find your way forward again, once again. Let go of the back foot and lift up for warrior one. Heel down, both heels down, squaring the hips forward. Strong, powerful pose. Hands towards the sky actively. So trying to not just have them hanging, but instead straight up, strong. Grounding through the two heels, and at the same time with the hands. So heels far away from fingertips. And on inhale, we're gonna hop forward with the right foot and find ourselves in forward fold. Hang in there. Inhale, lifting up, all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Try to keep the spine straight as you're folding, and the spine is the last thing that folds. Once again, inhale all the way up. And exhale, lower in. And while I'm here, remember the bell and the intention. Plant the hands and begin walking the feet. Find yourself in downward facing dog. Moving one heel at a time down. Bend the opposite knee. So one of the knees is bent and the other leg's heel is down. So you're kind of pedaling. Inhale and exhale. Ideally look towards your navel or thighs. And also actively push the mat away with the hands. Breathe. Full breath. Inhale yourself into plank. Shoulders away from the ears. Make sure the neck is a continuing, beautiful continuation of the spine, so the head is not collapsed or too much high, but it's like straight. Face is more or less towards the ground. Exhale in downward facing dog. Move into tabletop, and we're going to move the right foot forward this time. Untuck the back toes. And we'll begin straightening the front leg, trying to keep the spine as straight as possible. Maybe hold yourself with the hands straighter, lifting the chest, and moving the chin towards the toes of the front leg. Moving into that previous pose again, bend the knee. We will untuck the back toes and plant the left heel down, elevating for warrior one on this side. Hands are pulled actively away from the heels. Where is the breath? Exhale, find yourself in a downward facing dog. Inhale forward into plank and rotate towards right shoulder up, left shoulder down into side plank. Maybe elevating the right arm towards the sky, maybe keep it around your hip area. Maybe left knee down to the mat, or make it stronger with elevating the right foot. Breath is flowing. Maybe it's restricted here since you were using a lot of muscles at the same time, but try to breathe in all the way to the belly. Find your way into downward facing dog. Take a break here. Every time you need a break, child's pose or downward facing dog are good options. So we do the same thing on the other side, shifting to plank on inhale and move left shoulder towards the sky. We are on side plank on this side. Right hand down, left arm up. Full breath. Notice how this side feels. And find yourself in downward facing dog. Pushing actively the mat away with the hands. Elevating as much as possible, tailbone towards the sky and heels in the opposite direction, where we're elongating the backs of the legs. See if you can push actively the chest towards the thighs even more. Inhale and exhale. Look forward towards the hands and place the left foot forward. Keep the right heel up this time. So you're just on the ball of the right foot. Keeping the heel off of the mat. Elevating into lunge. On exhale, we're going to lower the right knee down about an inch higher, maybe just tap on the mat. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lifting up. Lowering, lifting up. And then we turn to the side, warrior two. Notice if the hands are in the same level, or one is higher or lower or whatever. Inhale, left arm up towards the sky. And maybe overhead, far away from both heels. Next inhale, get into side angle, moving the left arm on the left thigh. Right arm goes above the head, overhead. And think of right fingertips pulling apart from the right heel. Inhaling back into warrior two. Turn into warrior one. And find your way into downward facing dog. Take a break here or drink some water here. We do the same thing on the other side. forward and move the right foot forward towards the right hand. Left heel is elevated. Inhaling yourself into lunge, high lunge on this side. Exhale, lowering the knee, maybe tapping the mat. Inhaling up. Try not to truck the front knee in front of the ankle. You always want to have it either on top of the ankle or behind to protect the knee. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, up. Full breath. On the next inhale, stay there and open to the side, warrior two. Notice if the hands are on the same plane. Inhale, right arm up towards the sky. And maybe overhead, far away from both heels. Inhale into side angle on this side. Left. Fingertips away from left heel. And check how much of the weight you really put into the bottom hands. You don't want to just be there with all your weight. Maybe 50%. And breathe. Maybe look underneath the left arm. Inhale yourself, maybe through warrior two into warrior one. Squaring the hips forward. Notice that sometimes we don't pay attention to the arms, so they're kind of like lowering. Instead, strong up. Maybe think arms next to the ears. With kneeling hands, downward facing dog. Pushing the mat away actively, both heels down towards the floor. Chest towards the thighs. Breathe. Come back to your intention from the beginning of the class. Exhale, lower the knees down. Don't touch the mat. Inhale all the way back up into downward facing dog. Exhale, lower the knees and look forward. Inhale, back, downward facing dog. So this time, we're gonna get to the destination and kind of stay there and breathe. And place your face towards the sky this time. So lower the knees, face towards the sky as much as possible, pushing the mat away. Breathe. Hold. Exhale, downward facing dog. Move the right knee forward and the left foot backwards. Find yourself into a pigeon. Slowly begin lowering to get deeper in the pose, but most importantly, relax the hip and the leg and the foot. Once you feel like they're a little bit more relaxed, then begin lowering. Maybe walking the hands forward, getting deeper into the pose. elongate in the exhale. When you're ready, slowly begin lifting up. Keep your right leg where it's at, and we're just gonna wrap around the left one, going onto the outer edge of the right hip. Kind of like stacking the knees, and then make sure that both of the sitting bones are on the mat. It would be good if you can walk the feet away from you. They're crossed, but the legs are crossed, but walking the feet away from you will get you a little bit sitting better on the sitting bones. If you move the feet towards you, it would make it a little bit more challenging. So see where you're at. Breathe. Full breath. We will incorporate twist into this one. Twists are great for detoxification, especially if you ate a lot of the holiday meals yesterday. Place the left arm on the mat for support, elevating the right one, and then when ready, moving the right elbow down onto the right thigh. Gaining length into the spine first, using the right elbow as a leverage. Begin twisting towards the left and look beyond your left shoulder. Breathe. Trying to maintain the length of the spine on inhalation, come back to neutral. And move the fingertips away from the crown of the head. Maybe wiggle the fingers. Look towards your left. Neck is straight. It's a beautiful continuation of the spine. Remember, relax the right shoulder. Look towards your right. Relax the left shoulder. Looking towards the middle. And we will place the left knee forward and just move the right foot back behind you into pigeon on this side. This is going to make it more intense if you move the left foot further away from you. If it's closer to you, it's easier. So see where you're at today. You just want to make sure that you're capable of completely relaxing, or completely. It's a very loaded word, but as much as possible you can relax the entire left hip, left leg, and left foot. Once it's relaxed, use the breath to relax it. Once it's relaxed, begin lowering yourself. Maybe walking the hands forward and breathe. Great time to come back to your intention from the beginning of the class and repeat it 3 times in your head. Full breath. Relaxing the entire left hip, leg, foot. Using the breath for getting deeper into the relaxation of the pose. We will slowly inhale ourselves up. We're walking towards your legs and keep the left knee where it's at. Just wrap around the right foot all the way on the outside of the left hip, and maybe move the feet a little bit apart so you can have both of your sitting bones on the mat. That side might feel really different. Just like pigeon, this one is pretty challenging, but also it really exposes differences between the sides. So just notice. Inhale your arms up towards the sky and then move the right arm in front of the left. Wrap it around into eagle arms and maybe interlace arms, moving the elbows down. Relax both shoulders and then begin curving the top part of the spine. Strong core here to support the lower back. And breathe. Breath is moving more on the backs of the lungs now. It is possible. Spacing out the shoulder blades, creating more distance, expanding and elongating with each inhale, and exhale, relax into that expansion and elongation. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. This time we'll move the left arm in front of the right, interlace arms, or hug yourself, whichever is comfortable. Relax the shoulders and begin moving the elbows down. And then the chin down as well. Breathe. Relaxing the shoulders, creating space between the shoulder blades. Keeping a little bit of the core engaged, protecting the lower spine. You want to curve only the top of the spine here. Inhaling, arms up towards the sky, and on exhale, move the palms far away, kind of like in that previous one when you were wiggling the fingers away from the crown of the head, kind of the same, but this time move left ear towards left shoulder, faces forward. Keep wiggling the fingers. Long breath. And here still the core is engaged to where you could protect the lower spine and keep the chest elevated. Right ear towards the right shoulder. This side feels different? Yes, no. Relax. Inhaling, hands above you. And then just float them back down. Straighten the legs in front of you. And folding in towards the toes. I just want, let's first try to keep the spine straight. Maybe shoulder distance between the feet. So spine straight, and what helps with that, if we place the arms behind you somewhere to kind of keep the spine straight, and you want to concentrate on just relaxing the entire backs of the legs. So as much as possible, moving towards the toes, not down. And what it helps if you actually look towards somewhere in front of you, maybe like 10 meters in front of you, stare at something. So try not to look down because looking down will make you fold into the ground where you curve the spine. First, let's try elongating the legs. And after some time, we'll shift our focus, maybe look for somewhere in front of you, about 1 meter, and begin folding. Folding more forward than down. Keep the hands on the ground still to support you. And then shift the focus somewhere, maybe towards in between the feet. And then maybe in between the knees, and begin actually folding the entire spine on top of the legs and even in between the legs if that's a possibility. And now we can move the hands forward next to the legs or towards the feet. And if you're moving towards the feet then have like very long arms like me, try to actively pull the hands away from the tailbone, and head is lowering, maybe tucking the chin towards the chest. Breathe. Very slowly inhaling the head first, and then walk the hands towards you, lifting, very slowly exiting because the leg muscles are nicely stretched and you don't want them to pull right back to where they were. And with the help of the arms, just begin bringing your feet towards you until they are kind of like 1 foot away from you. Feet are together, use the elbows to push the knees towards the ground. One more fold here, so maybe grab the hold of the feet with the hands and begin folding forward and then towards the feet. So extending the entire length of the spine here. Breathe. Tucking the chin towards the chest. Relax the shoulders and as much as you can space out shoulder blades. Inhaling, lifting up. Very slowly. Strong straight spine. So we'll move the feet forward again, but this time bend the knees. And we'll have the hands behind us with the fingertips pointing towards us. So we'll elevate into, I guess, in the States we call it reverse tabletop. In India they call it just tabletop. Anyway, so we'll keep the elbows shy of block and then we'll elevate the hips and breathe. Now here, be mindful about the neck. It's a beautiful continuation of the spine, so you don't want it like just hanging there. Or you don't want it like tight and wear it like moving forward. No. What? Have it as a continuation of the spine. Remember to keep the elbows shy of block. We'll lower all the way down and hug the knees. Breathe and relax. Not done with that previous one, we'll get right back to it. So then get too comfortable here. Or if you're falling behind with the breath, if it's not fully going all the way down to the bottom of the belly, back up from the pose and get into this pose as a resting pose to catch your breath, maybe grab a drink of water. All right, back to that table. If not, lifting up, exhale, lowering, and this time we'll just hover. Inhale, back up. Mindful about the neck, it's easy to forget that. And then lowering, incorporating breath with movement. Inhale all the way out. Exhaling, lowering. Keep the elbows shy of block. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, lowering. And on the next inhale, stay there and just elevate the left foot too. So shifting the weight more on the right foot, elevating the left one. Inhale, elevate the foot all the way to the sky, and exhale back into horizontal position of the ground. Inhale up towards the sky, and then exhale horizontal, and then place it back into tabletop. Hug the knees, take a breath. All right, let's plant the hands behind us again and move into that tabletop position on the other side. Inhale up, exhale, lowering and hovering, so about an inch away from the mat, but not touching the mat. Inhale up, exhale, lowering, and be mindful about the elbows, super important. Inhale, lifting up, exhale, lowering. Also be mindful about the neck. That's very easy to forget, especially if you have a long neck like I do. It's all over the place. Exhaling, lowering. Inhaling back up. This time elevate the right foot. And then all the way towards the sky. Exhale, parallel. Inhale towards the sky, exhale, parallel. A couple more times with the breath. Up and then parallel. Very slowly begin lowering and hugging the knees. Give the body a chance to respond here. Respond versus react. Take a few breaths. Maybe grab a drink of water. We'll find our way into laying down in this one. Just make sure that you're really mindful about the spine, because we did kind of a lot with it now, and just keep hugging the knees and maybe do a roly-poly going back. Roly-poly. And then find you're hugging the knees on this side. So I'm just gonna switch my position so it's easier to see. But place the hands into a T. So think palms of the hands far away from the heart center as far as possible with the palms up. Inhaling, feet towards the sky. Breathe. Notice any tension in the entire arm or maybe around the wrist area. Moving the head left and right. Preparing the body for an inversion. Hands where the blood is going to be flowing into the head big time to oxygenate the brain, balance out the hormonal system. So let's shift the position of the palms. Instead of palms up, plant the palms down and use them as a leverage. I guess we start doing some things with our legs. So using the palms as leverage. Moving towards the left with the feet, with the legs, I'm sorry. And don't touch the left side ground, just lift up. Inhale, and then hovering towards the right. Inhale up. So on exhale, we'll move to one side, this time left. Inhale, lifting up. Super good for detoxifying as well. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Plant the legs into the mat, ground, grass, whatever you want, beach. And scoop yourself towards the heels. We will move into plow pose slowly. So in this one, you want to plant the hands down for support. And we're gonna go overhead with the feet at some point. So use the hands for leverage. And very slowly lifting up and moving the feet behind your head. You don't have to touch the ground. Usually after several plows, you touch the ground within a practice. Or you might touch the ground immediately. That's fine. Whatever it is today, meet yourself where you're at. As long as the breath is full and circulated, here it's more like on the backs of the lungs. And also try not to move your head left or right. Very important to protect the neck. Very slowly, using the arms for leverage, lower yourself into hugging the knees. Moving left and right, massaging the entire spine. Right, we're gonna do this once more. So plant the palms down and elevate feet and legs and go overhead. Do not look left or right. If both of the times you touch the ground with your feet, maybe this time you can bend the knees and move the knees on the two sides of the head. Be mindful about the neck. From here, move the elbows towards each other and place the hands on the back, in the middle of the spine somewhere, and then begin lifting the legs into shoulder stand. And remember, its name is shoulder stand in the States because it's about standing on the shoulders. It's not the neck stand, so try to have most of your weight on the shoulders. Exhale into plow. Alright, why not? Let's do one more shoulder stand. So place the hands on the spine for support and begin elevating feet up. And then hug the knees. Very, very slowly exit any kind of pose that made you constrict the breath. You want to exit it really, really slow. Massage the spine by moving left and right. And begin relaxing. Maybe come back to your intention from the beginning of the class. Repeat it 3 times in your head. Intention time. And begin relaxing is the most important pose of all Shavasana, where you have feet away from heart center, maybe bent in the knees. Palms up towards the sky. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Relax. Begin relaxing from the feet, going up the legs. Relax the thighs and the knees and the belly area, inside and outside. Relax the chest. Relax the arms and hands. Relax the shoulders and the neck, inside and outside the throat area. Relax the face and the eyes, forehead and scalp. Scan through the body and notice any areas that are a little tight still and they need to be relaxed. Just send the breath there and tell them to relax. Then if you remember from the beginning of the class, I asked you to go to that serene, peaceful and passive scene. Maybe it was the beach. Visualizing being there and you're entering it. What you hear around you, use the noises to focus on the present moment. Inhale and exhale into your center. Feel all your cells, all your body functioning in a healthy, correct manner. And listen to the sound. So this is sound bath that play some singing bowls and some crystal balls to seal the practice. And this one is not a singing bowl or a crystal bowl. It's a shaman instrument for good health. It's a good time to repeat your intention again from the beginning of the class. In present time, 3 times. Center some toes. And then move to one side, left or right, into fetal position. It's a symbol of rebirth. And also it helps you lift yourself up in a comfortable sitting position with how the arms with always expanding and elongating the spine. When you're lifting yourself up, don't just slam yourself into lifting, but instead mindfully lifting with expanding and elongating. Maybe on inhale. I like to incorporate inhale when I'm lifting from a chair or couch or getting out of the car. So that way it keeps my spine straight. Hope you enjoyed this practice and hope you have a nice weekend. I'll see you Monday. Thanks for practicing with me. Namaste. Bye.